Hey guys, it's Larry Greenberg, and today we're going to take a look at two new cases from Pure.Gear for the iPhone 5. On the left is the PX360 and on the right is the PX260. These are Pure.Gear's newest cases for the iPhone 5 and they are weatherproof. The PX360 sells for $49.99 while the PX260 sells for $44.99. So let me first show you kind of what comes included in both. These do require a tool to install, so I'll have to get them installed and then we'll go over all the details. So inside is essentially just the case and then a tool for installing it. At least that's the case with the 260. There is one added feature in the 360 to get that out of the packaging as well. Because inside that one you'll notice you have a carabiner clip. So there are two different cases. Again, the 360 has the additional carabiner clip. These all have built-in screen shields, as you can see right here. Essentially, they protect your phone from a ton of the different elements. Now, one thing I want to point out right away, these are not waterproof, these are weatherproof. So you can see right here close up that they protect your phone from dust and splashes. You can't go swimming with them, but you can take them out in the rain and that sort of thing. So what I want to do is unscrew them all because they're all screwed into the packaging. Put them on the iPhone 5s and then come back and show you how they look and all that. So I'll be back in a flash with these fully installed on the iPhone 5. Alright, so I've got the PX360 kind of off the packaging, and before I get to installing it, there's one thing I wanted to point out. This screen shield is not glass, it's very thin plastic, and it does have a protective layer over it that you'll need to peel off. This is on the inside of the case to protect it from scratching and whatnot, and dust and all that kind of stuff. Again, this isn't Gorilla Glass or anything like that. It feels thinner than, I'd say, the OtterBox Defender screen shield, so it's just kind of polycarbonate in there. So I'm just going to peel that away before I install this. You can see I've got it separated. The screws are still inside the case. There are 6 of them. They're quite long, so you do have to take your time to install this. So I'm going to get to doing that right now. Alright, so here is the PX360 installed on my iPhone 5, the dummy iPhone 5 I should say. Here is the carabiner clip, which is optional. We've got this loop at the top. If you wanted to attach this thing to your gear, your bag, your belt, or whatever, you can stick this carabiner clip in here and then dangle it from wherever you like. Screen shield feels good. There's little to no movement, so shouldn't be any watermarking or anything like that. You've got a cushy home button, which feels real good when you press on it. On the bottom, a massive port cover there that reveals one large cutout. Obviously, you can't dock this, but it's pretty deep, so you should be able to get most headphone adapters in there. You get these nice metal buttons over the volume up and down, and then a covering for your mute switch, which kind of locks into place. The sleep awake button is hidden inside this little area. The clip kind of doesn't get in the way as long as you don't have massive fingers. You can still access that cushy home button just fine. And then there's the view of the back with a small cutout for the LED flash and the camera. You can see some minimal branding on the back. This thing is super slim for being so protective. It's one of the slimmer protective cases I've seen. Reminds me a little bit of the Lunatic case I recently reviewed, but I'd say it's a little bit on the slimmer side, and it doesn't have the glass, of course, but it's also not as expensive. So pretty nice case, PX, I should say, 360 weatherproof case. Now let's get to the PX260 so we can see them both side by side. Alright, so here is the PX260 installed. You can see it's very similar to the PX360, except it doesn't have the loop across the top where you can attach the carabiner. The other thing that's different is the sleep awake button on this one is metal, where it was rubber on the PX360. Let me slide that in so you can see that. Rubberized metal, so a little bit different there. It still has the same covering there for the vibrate switch. This one doesn't seem to want to stay in place. It pops right out after a few minutes, but still kind of clicks in there. Same volume up and down, same port cover, same kind of look and feel. If I bring them both side by side, you can see they're very similar except for this thing on the top for the PX360. Obviously it's going to be a little bit bulkier, the one on the left. This is going to be slimmer, but you don't have that port cover or port addition of the clip, I should say. The port cover keeps popping off. You don't have the addition of the clip on the PX260. So these are pretty cool cases. I dig them. If I was someone that, was super duper hard on my phone, someone that was dropping it a lot or constantly getting it kind of splashed on or kicked around, I would consider picking these up. They're very sleek, thin, and seem very protective. I don't know that they match all that well with the white. The white and black looks okay. This one with the white iPhone, maybe not. Maybe I wish there was a white version of this to match up better with the white iPhone, but I could definitely see myself using a case like this if I was someone that required heavy-duty protection for my iPhone 5. So that's been my brief look at the brand new Pure Gear weatherproof cases. This is the PX360, which sells for $49.99. This is the PX260, which sells for $44.99. You can pick them both up via the Pure Gear website. That link will be found in the video description. As always, if you have any questions about what you saw here today, you know you can drop me a line down below. Don't forget to click the annotation link so you can check out my full review of these over on runaroundtech.com. And as always, you guys have a great day.